In 2012, myself and Jackie took on a dog who had been left abandoned outside a tattoo shop in a town near us. The couple that owned it had split up, and the lady who had the dog left the dog outside the shop for a few days, and the guy who owned the tattoo shop didn't have time for her. We took the dog on, not knowing what she was like. We took her for a trial, and we loved her that much, we ended up keeping her. She was a really soft, loving, gentle soul. We absolutely loved her, and she was an absolutely fantastic family dog. Tragically, in March 2022, Lola developed lymphoma. I woke up one Monday morning. She had been fine on the Sunday night, and she could hardly walk in the morning. We rushed her to the vets. They did some scans, and it turned out she needed further tests where they confirmed she had lymphoma. Over the next few days, Lola was kept in at the specialists, and we were told to prepare for the worst. We got Lola home on the Thursday night to recover and recuperate, hoping that we may get another few months from Lola. However, within a few days she went rapidly downhill again, and on the Monday we had to take her back to the vets, where eventually she had to get put down. These are the last remaining moments we had with her, and this is the very last video we'll have of her. And this is the last moment she would be in her home. Amidst the heartbreak, we decided to book a holiday to Zante. In the back of our minds, we knew there was a dog shelter 10 minutes away called Zante Strays. During our time there, we decided to visit the dog shelter, where we made the decision to adopt a dog. What follows is our adoption story with a dog called Tigger.
And it looks like we might have found a dog for Jackie's birthday. So we're back at Zante Strays. As some of you may know, we lost our dog about 2-3 months ago now to cancer. So we came here, we're going to plan to come here anyway to have a look around. But want to kind of try and track the story of the dog that we've hopefully adopted, and he's called Tigger. Right.
Hey Tigger. Hey Tigger.
Hey. You gonna come home with us properly? Yeah. Yeah.
You coming home with us maybe? Hmm? You gonna come home with us? Nice big garden for you at home.
Yeah. Oh, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. Apart from the other one nibbling my hands.
She's hiding in a big house.
Smiling?
She's smiling, it's amazing. Her sister also. It's called... Yeah, she's the...
So we're currently going through the adoption process. So basically what you've got to do, you register your interest, and then they send out a questionnaire with some questions just about your home lifestyle, what the house is like, obviously like 6 feet fences in the garden and all that kind of stuff. And then I think the next stage is basically a home check, which we've got booked for next week. So it's exactly a week today, it'll be the 17th. They're coming out to have a look at our home just to check everything's fine. And then what they'll do is,
as long as the home checks are alright, they'll start the process of getting them transported.
Just waiting for a slot for transportation. So that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Could be maybe within the next 3 months. So obviously the next time we'll see him, you'll be in the UK. So it costs €150 for the dog, which we haven't paid anything yet, but I would imagine once everything's gone through with the checks, then we'll have to pay the 150. And then I think it's about 450 or 400, was it, for transportation?
€400,
yeah,
I think,
so
roughly, yeah, depends on, yeah,
so
how.
€550 altogether, so it's not bad actually.
And the shelter doesn't make any money from that neither. They, the 150 just covers the cost of getting the dogs vet checked, vaccinated, chipped, and all that. Neutered if that's age appropriate.
So yeah, so hopefully we'll show you what Tigger's like when we'll get him back, because I think I'm probably going to have to pick him up from somewhere in the UK. So the next time everyone will see him, it'll be in the UK. Okay, so welcome back to the UK. Today we've got a home check for Tigger, just to check that our house is in order and everything's good, everything's suitable for a dog. So we've got the guy coming out in about 45 minutes. So let's see how things go with that, and fingers crossed everything will be okay. And after that we'll see what the process is next. Once he's been, I'll take you through what the process has been for the home check, because we're not quite sure exactly what it is. But let's see how things go anyway, and we'll be back soon.
Jackie. Yeah, no, you're fine, you're right.
Yeah, good, thanks.
Hi, you alright?
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, so we had the home check. Basically the home check lasted, it was probably about 20-30 minutes. The guy turned up right on time, 6 o'clock, and he just lives in Morbith, funny enough, the guy who came out. So the kind of stuff that asked us, basically about your lifestyle, the kind of hours you're out the house, how many times a day you're going to walk the dog, just all the kind of background stuff, how many people are in the house, how many people are going to visit. Obviously they wanted your whole family to be there, just to see what the family's like, how old they are. So from there, after all the questions were asked, they give a little bit of background information into Lymphoma, which is basically a disease that contracted in dogs through the sandflies, and they can catch it on the way back as well. So obviously just to make us aware that these things could happen, and if that happens then it could be a case of the dog would have to have sort of treatment for that, which would just be an injection or a tablet daily, but fingers crossed that shouldn't be a problem. So never mind, all we're waiting on now is an email just to confirm whether we've been approved for adoption or not. So that'll be the next stage. One other thing to mention is that they had a look in the garden, they looked around just to check it was secure, and that's our main concern at the minute, is that the garden isn't quite secure enough. And the main issue is obviously we had a fence blew down in the winter with all the storms we had, which we're going to replace anyway, but we've got a fence along the back, which basically it's about a 4-foot fence, and it's got metal spikes on. So at the minute that's one thing that's kind of playing on my mind. So anyway, we'll report back once we've got confirmation or rejection from the adoption place, and we'll get back to you on that. Okay, so we've heard back today. We've been rejected for adoption, and basically the reason is, as I thought, and which was one of my fears, was the back wall. We have gone back to them, obviously because the fence that blew down isn't up. That was another reason we've been rejected, but that's going to go up anyway. We've got the materials for that now, so we're going to build the fence this weekend. So we've come up with a compromise.
So we've asked if we can put some bamboo trellis along the back. I think one of the main concerns I've got is that because Tigger he's got Greek hound in him, he's classed as like a hunting dog, if you like. So they're concerned that because the fence is so open and onto a field that he could try and escape. So we need to block that out. And the other thing is, if he tries to jump over the fence, we've got the spikes on there, and he could impale himself, he could hurt himself, which is, you know, fair enough. It's quite stringent, and we're going to understand why they put those measures in place. So this weekend we're going to have to do a bit of work in the garden. So we're going to build the fence around the back, like we say, and then we're going to have to buy some bamboo trellis to put along the fence at the back. So let's hope, fingers crossed again, that everything works out. We'll send some pictures to them just to make sure that they're happy with the bamboo trellis. If they're happy with that, then who knows, we might get that approval that we're looking for. Okay, so following the home check, we've had to build a new fence and put a gate on because this blew over in a storm. And then on the back, where they had an issue with the metal fence and the spikes, they were worried that them being a bit of a Greek hound, that he was going to be able to see out and could escape, and this fence wasn't high enough for. I've had to put some bamboo trellis along here, and then we ran out at the end, so we've had to just put a pallet in the corner there which blocks out the view. It's jolly hard at work, coming up with one of our brilliant inventions. So the next stage will be to send photos just to prove that we've secured the area. We've already paid the £150 deposit for the dog. After we've finally got approval for the alterations to the garden, and then hopefully we should be able to go and get Tigger very soon. But we'll find out. We'll see. We'll send the photos off and we'll see where it goes from there. Final touches of Tigger proofing. So following the garden adjustments, approval was given. So we went out to get some stuff for Tigger's arrival, puppy pads, toys, treats, all that kind of stuff. And we later got an email confirming that Tigger would be arriving on the 7th of June. So far, I'm a bit sick of this cage rattling around in the back leg, but what can I do? Never mind. So I suppose I should kind of tell you how Tigger's getting here. He's coming by van all the way from Greece. So we've been getting text messages since Saturday, basically saying that we're leaving Greece. Got another one on Saturday night, and that was just informing that they were at a port in Greece on the mainland, and they were getting a 24-hour ferry across to Italy. So that would have been Saturday night, and then last night, today's obviously Monday, so last night we got one to say that they turned up in Ancona in Italy, and then obviously they were driving up from Italy all the way up to England from there. So I had a bit of an update this morning. I've just been at work obviously, and I got an update saying that they were in Germany, so they're obviously making good time. They said the roads were fine, the traffic was fine, the weather was good, so they were having quite a smooth run. The dogs seem to have been quite well behaved, because it'll not just be Tigger, it'll be lots of other dogs who'll be coming and getting dropped off in various parts of the UK. So it's yeah, it's a strange one, like driving. I mean, I can't imagine it being the dog being stuck for that long driving, you know. It must be really stressful for them, and I just can't imagine it. I mean, hopefully the time I get him, you know, he's going to be used to travelling, which might be a benefit for us in time to come, because take Lola places. But when we first got her, she wasn't used to being in a car. She got travel sick quite easily. You wouldn't have to take her far and she'd be sick. But she got used to it over time, whereas this little trip in his early stage in life might, you know, it might be okay for him. So hopefully there's going to be a bit of a benefit to it. Obviously it's a cheaper form of transport than flying. I'm not sure what the costs are involved for flying them across. But obviously bringing them by vans is a cheaper mode of transport. We're looking at, it's £400 from Greece. And that's not what swayed with. We didn't really get the option. We didn't get the choice. They didn't ever say, would you prefer them to be flown over? Probably would have preferred to have them flown over. Because I might not have had to travel as far down the country. It would have been less travel for that little bugger. But I don't know. We'll see what he's like. I just hope he's not too stressed. I hope he settles in really quick when we get him home, because he's never been in a house before. He's not used to being around people. We see there's people at the shelter, and before anybody asks how many people have said this, but yes, the dog will probably understand, but it's not just Greek because he's coming from Greece. A lot of the volunteers at Zante Strays speak English, but I think with dogs anyway, it's mainly about tone and kind of what you say to them and how you say it to them. So that's not going to be an issue. Plus he's only going to be 4 months old by the time we get him. But like I say, I hope he settles in really quick. Not just for him, but for us as well. It's been a long time since we've had a pup. We've arrived at the Ibis. Got here in pretty good time actually, pretty much on time as I expected. It was about 4:30. I got lost on the ring road going around. I couldn't find the entrance for the car park, so I had to end up going around and coming back. So yeah, it's just a pretty standard room really, but like I say, for the one night it'll do. It's just somewhere to get my head down, and then it's not far to go tomorrow to go and pick Tigger up. I think it's only about 25 minutes away. But yeah, so I'm just gonna get myself sorted here, and we'll catch you soon. So the day is finally here. It's the day we pick Tigger up. I'm actually feeling a little bit nervous for some reason, I don't know why. Getting a text message this morning, basically to say hopefully that he's going to be here by 1 o'clock. I was told 12 o'clock originally, but obviously, you know, there's delays and what have you. So I've been told 1 o'clock, and I'll get a text message 2 hours before. So I just didn't sleep very well last night, and I've been doing strange places, so I'm a bit tired. But never mind, I'm going to get cracking, I'm going to get some breakfast, and then we'll head on from there. Right, I've checked out because we've just had word. I'm just packing the car up now, and we're going to leave. It should take about half an hour to get there, so I'm probably going to have to wait a while, but we'll get over there. So at least we'll be there in time to pick them up anyway. So here we'll go, this is it. We're going to get the little fella. Looking forward to seeing him. Let's go. Made it to the pickup point, so I'm just waiting for a text now or a text or a phone call to basically say they're here. So I'm gonna just stretch my legs a bit, so I've got a long drive home after this, maybe just get a drink. So it's just a case of waiting now. So let's go inside. So just on the table behind us there, as you can see over my shoulder, looks like there's a few other people here to pick their dogs up as well. So it's good to see that other dogs are getting their homes, and it's just nice to see and quite heartwarming actually after the heart-wrenching visit to Zante Strays. But We're almost there, just waiting now, and what? It's 1 o'clock now, so hopefully they're not going to be too much longer. So next time you see us, it could be with my new little boy. Alright folks, it's Tigger time. Is that it?
Oh, I literally
Been stood there for half an hour.
Do you know the size that Tammy's supposed to have been?
Well, it says medium size.
Oh no, I mean, you know, like between his brother, because there were 2 ginger ones. There was a brother and sister.
Yeah, so she's got a bit of a longer snap compared to her and Teddy.
It's probably going to be a mountain dog or something. It's big.
Joseph will end up with a white dog.
Probably.
We've come to pick Teddy up, his sister. We've been watching the bigger one because we thought that was ours, because they said Teddy's the bigger one. When we've got here, Teddy's the smaller one.
Is there many doggies?
She's really scared. Leave her a minute.
Bless her.
You're probably best not let them leave.
Yeah, let's get him.
What's that?
We need to fatten him up. Look at him.
Let me get you up.
Yeah, they're all the same. They're all the same litter. And I've just been speaking to
No, it's the teapops.
All the teapops is there. Are you Tigger in the back here? Hey, Tigger. Let's have a check. It never fails me. Those are the days, is it male or female? I've got my green.
He'll be a different dog. He's so good. I just want a photo of him. Hello, we're going to get in.
713. 713.
Thank you. Cheers.
Love your slipper.
Yeah, cheers. Thank you.
Come here, sugar plum. Come here.
Smells like puppy food. Look how scared she is now. Can I have a photo of the next one?
Oh, a little bit nervy.
Yeah, there will
I don't know if
be.
they're all from there.
that's my next
Hello.
Yeah, what, mate?
keeping each other company then.
You're all right.
Oh my
Promise.
Oh.
I thought she was 4, but she's actually 3.5 looking at the time.
Hello. Hello. Hey, can take you home. Bless you. Can get you home. You have seen us before.
That's got usually in it.
So here he is, our Tigger. He's really scared and nervous, which is understandable. But we've got him. So we're gonna take the long drive home now and get Tigger back to his house. You go on, Tiggs? You scared? Poor thing. Best get going anyway, because he's terrified and we'll need to get him settled in at home. So we'll start making the drive back and I'll catch you when we get home. Come here, my boy. You're probably covered in poop.
This is the first time I'm seeing him. Oh my god, he's got so big. Oh, you stink.
Look at me and you home. Your mummy and sister.
I can't believe how big he's got.
Oh,
Hello.
had a nice sleep, haven't you?
He's like, what is going on?
I'm scared.
Oh, bless him. Hello. He's getting in the house and he's...
Come on then. What's this?
Oh, his tail's wagging. god. It's like everything's going to be like totally strange.
Yeah, it was a long trip.
I'll put this on now.
So instead of wearing the leader, he likes to chase it instead. Well, it looks like it's his new favourite game. So that's Tigger's little journey home. As you can see, he's made himself quite comfortable, but he's here. I've got him on a longer leader, try and give him a little bit of freedom and have a little run, but he'll just love sniffing. Still early days. He's doing well, he's settling in. Where's my little whippersnapper? Eh? Where's my little whippersnapper? So he's come a little way. He's walked from those big trees down the bottom and just round the corner. We didn't get him far last night, but he's he seems a bit better today on the leader, so just progress.
Good boy, good boy.
So Tigger's been making really sound progress. The clip before was it was the second walk we had him out on. The night before he wouldn't even budge on his leader, but as you can see, another week later he's an absolute bundle of energy here running around. This is the first time he went on a zoomy in the house, which was, it absolutely cracked up. And he's a really lovely boy. I'd like to say he's nice and calm, which he is when he's tired, and he's just got that energy, but he's still a pup. He loves his toys. He's been coming on really well with his training as well.
Sit. Good boy. Down. 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 Sit. Down. 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 Good boy. Good boy.
He's even had his first trip to the beach, which he loved. He's not so good in the car. He does tend to get quite anxious and a bit sick in the car, so we still need to kind of get him up to speed with that. We have got him some travel sickness tablets, so we'll try him on those soon. And he's even been making lots of friends when we've been out on walks. He has just two. This is Lola, and the next one is Daisy, who lives just down the street from us. She's a bundle of energy as well, but it's lovely to see that he's just making so much progress. He's really good with other dogs, and let's hope this just leads to a happy life for him, because he's had a tough start of life, and it's a really heartwarming story, both for us and for Tigger.
He's a good boy. He's a good boy.